Hi, this is Mariah Woodson. I am back at Summer League right now, so for the next week, we're revisiting some of our favorite conversations from that experience. Episodes that really capture the heart of what this show is about. Legacy, family, identity, pressure, purpose, and building your own name while still honoring where you come from. This week, we're revisiting our conversation with Jazmin Erving, daughter of NBA legend Dr. J. Julius Erving. Jazmin shares what it really is like growing up in one of basketball's most iconic families, the values that were instilled in her from an early age, and how she's worked to build a life and career that reflects who she is, not just the legacy she inherited. It's an honest conversation about family, perspective, and discovering your own purpose while honoring the generations that came before you. Whether you're hearing this conversation for the first time or joining us for the replay, we hope you'll enjoy this special Summer League Rewind with Jazmin Erving.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Born to the Game. I'm your host, Mariah Woodson, daughter of NBA coach and former NBA player Mike Woodson.
And I'm Tamara, Payton, the niece of Mike Woodson, and you're tuning in to episode 2 of our special edition episodes recorded live from NBA Summer League 2025 at Sirius XM Studios at the Wynn Hotel, Las Vegas.
Yes, on this show, we dive deep with the sons and daughters of legends, exploring the real stories behind legacy, identity, pressure, and purpose. Because when you are born to the game, fame doesn't guarantee clarity and greatness doesn't come without challenges.
And today's guest is a woman of grace, grit, and generational greatness. She's an entrepreneur, a creative, a powerhouse in her own right. And she is the daughter of NBA icon Julius Dr. J. Erving.
And what an icon he is. Please welcome to the show,
Jazmin Erving.
Hello.
Hey, lady.
Yeah.
You look amazing.
Yes,
you.
you
look
are
beautiful.
beautiful. I'm so happy to have you here with us.
Yes. Your story is one that we're super excited to share. You are always a light. I've met you several times before at golf tournaments. And every time I see you, you're always moving and shaking. You're always doing and just so kind. And so I am so excited to let the people hear who you are, tell your story. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna add a little razzle dazzle.
Come on, razzle dazzle.
Let's rock, ladies.
Yeah, go ahead. I like what you did.
I see you. You know how to add a little razzle dazzle.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off by asking you to describe what being born to the game is to you in 3 words. What 3 words would you choose?
Oh, born to the game. What does it mean to me? It's privilege, exposure, and love.
So when you say exposure, what have you been exposed to in this business?
I think that we have the pleasure of and the gift of being able to be exposed to a lot of things from birth, things that most of our peers aren't able to see. We get to see behind the scenes. We get to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah. And tell us how that sausage is
Yes.
I love sausage, by the way. I love good sausage.
But we get to see people for who they really are.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that my dad always taught me is to really see people.
Yes.
And we have that opportunity to see people when they're not putting up the celebrity kind of facade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we're going to go into identity and influence.
Yeah.
Just
So
to segue off of that.
and you said behind the scenes, you put me right into my next portion. So you get this behind the scene look of being Dr. J's daughter. Growing up, we all know who he is. So you had a point of view, like you said, that no one else has seen. So what was that like from early times? Growing up in a household where such a great man in stature. He's huge. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh my God. And just being on his shoulders like that. What is that like?
I was asked this question when I was 12 years old. My dad was speaking at a college in Pittsburgh and somebody yelled out, I have a question for your daughter. And he said, how is it being Dr. J's daughter? And I said, to me, he's just dad. And so it just was, I knew he was a celebrity and I knew he was famous, but at home he was just dad. So it was really cool that seeing that other people admired him in a different way. We would go out and people would stop him for autographs, and he was always like, "I'm with my family now." So he protected us in a way that he made sure that he made time for us, and that we just got to know him as dad and got to grow up with him as dad.
So as you were growing, were you able to travel with him, or were you pretty much where you were?
It's funny. We actually used to come here
to Vegas,
Summer League,
to this hotel.
I'm not new here.
When we were younger, it was a couple older hotels, but I mean, we always made a family vacation. Our family vacation traditionally was to Vegas because my dad liked to gamble a little bit, and there was plenty to do with the kids. My mom would like shuffle us over to Circus Circus.
Circus Circus.
Oh, we all
Circus
have been to Circus Circus.
All have been to Circus.
All been to Circus Circus. So when I woke up this morning and looked out, I was like right back at the beginning. We spent a lot of time here.
So at what point did you realize your dad is the Dr. J? Do you remember that time?
I remember when my daughter realized. I mean, I think I always knew. I always knew because when I was young, we were going to games and we would run around the spectrum and be in the bottom parts and in the wives' lounge. So it was something I always knew and I was always aware of. But he taught me just to see people differently.
Right. So what kind of kid were you? So were you quiet? Were you more rambunctious?
Oh, I was a full tomboy. I had 3 brothers. So I wrestled and played football with them and did sports and
basketball?
Yes, basketball. I was the captain of my basketball team.
Period.
It's like my little Al Bundy story.
Come on, yes. Did you ever play dad one-on-one?
Yeah, well, we would play outside. We would like have a hoop.
Did you win?
Shoot it. No, definitely not. And my brothers would not let me, my dad or my brothers. The one time though, we were in the south of France and we had gone to find, out to the parks and my brothers found a pickup game. And so they, got a message to us back at the hotel. Hey, you guys need to come down here. We told them we're playing 5-on-5, and it's like my dad, my little brother and I are at the hotel. So we're like, all right, we get there. And they're like, no fair.
You're like, they didn't realize.
We got this. All 5 of us.
I love it.
It's the only time we all ever played together.
I love that.
That's fun.
I love that. Did growing up in a household with someone as famous as your father affect relationships with friendships, romantic relationships? How was that dynamic?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that it, all of us, it taught us to be like a little bit more guarded. I think that like I said, my dad taught me to see people. So I think that was such a good gift that he gave me as a young person that I am able to kind of filter people out.
Okay, can you dive into that?
Yes.
So when you say you can see people, what does that mean exactly? Like, what are you looking for?
Meaning to see if people are sincere or not, or what their motives are, or kind of how they see you. Anybody that came up to me was like, "So, Dr. J," and I'm like, if you're not calling him Julius or your dad or Mr. Erving, I'm like, you're probably like fanning out. So I'm kind of cool on, it gives me a little bit of reserve.
So what a life skill! Like what a life skill to learn that early. About filtering. I mean, adults don't know how to do that.
No.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what I mean?
So when you're in school and you obviously you were, now walk us back a little bit when your dad was playing while you were a child, right?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody at school knows who you are. How was that?
It was it was a blessing. I went to the same school from preschool to 12th grade.
Wow.
Okay.
So I had lifelong friends, at that point. He was playing when I started. So he was not playing when I finished.
Okay.
But it was a small enough community that, nobody really cared. If anything, I was like the odd Black girl standing out, not like the celebrity's kid.
Wow.
So it was interesting, like just with my group friend base. But then outside of school, you would hear the rumors, and you would hear, people looking at you kind of funny, like, oh, is that her over there? When I went to college, I remember I sharing a down experience within the first week of school. There were 8 guys that said they had slept with me.
What?
And they were like, I slept with Dr. J's daughter. And it was like, and one of them actually said to me when I was in the room, which was hilarious. And I was like, so what's her name?
You're like,
like, hello. Like, and it was funny because I went to Spelman and we get paired up with a Morehouse brother. And so my Morehouse brother was like trying so hard not to laugh because this guy was like, yeah, I saw her yesterday. And he was going on and we just let him.
You said we just let him just talk. We're like, sir.
Keep going.
That's wild.
You learn to kind of ignore what other people are going to say, what other people have in mind of what your life is like or your perception, and you just kind of hold on to your true self. So both of my parents grounded me in that way.
Do you think it's giving you tough skin?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then having 3 brothers growing up, that'll do it.
There is something to having, I'm only girl too. There's something about having all brothers. You really become this other, like you have to have tough skin. Yep. Or you're not going to survive. Your food is going to be gone.
You said your food's going to be gone.
You're going to fall in the toilet.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not
stuffing you in the toilet.
Exactly. We deserve compensation.
Yeah. All right, we are now at the halftime segment of the show. We're going to be playing 2 games with Jazmin. The first one is the 30-second shot clock. We're going to be asking her this or that questions. And then my favorite, the family feud fast money, because I'm not going to lose.
You're so competitive, Mariah. You really need to.
I got that from my dad.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you get that from
I did too.
Are you competitive?
Yes, I did.
And the brothers thing.
Yes, I did
That's
too.
the one thing about
you have
athlete kids.
I'm coming for you.
Look, we're going to be coming.
Well, it's going to be a bloodbath right here at the Wynn Hotel. Okay.
Look, okay. Thank God you're in the middle.
Right.
All right. So let's start with the 30-second shot clock. So again, it's 30 seconds. I'm going to ask you this or that questions, and you just try to answer them as fast.
As many as you can. And I think Zeke got through
he got through 10.
So see
these are like yes or no's, right?
They're very quick.
Okay.
So see if you're competitive. I don't know.
I'm going
want to
for
get
it.
through more.
I'm going for it.
That's Zeke. You're not even here, Zeke, but we after you.
Okay.
All right, ready?
All right, I'm gonna give you 3, 2, 1 and start.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ice water or room temp?
Room temp.
Clap back or keep it pushing?
Keep it pushing.
Trader Joe's or Whole Foods?
Trader Joe's.
Live music or DJ?
Live.
Pool or casino?
Pool.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas or leaves Vegas?
Actually leaves Vegas sometimes.
Cash App or Zelle?
Zelle.
Is honesty
10 seconds.
Is honesty always the best policy?
Yes.
Would you rather be thirsty in the desert or freezing in a blizzard?
Thirsty in the desert.
Playlist or podcast?
Playlist.
Lost phone or lost computer?
Lost computer.
Yay, you beat us! That was good.
I met my partner in Vegas, so sometimes it does leave Vegas.
Sometimes you're happy when it leaves.
Look, if you want to talk about that, we can.
Look. Okay. So I'm going to put on our headphones so that y'all know I'm not trying to cheat. I want to win fair and square.
To cheat.
No,
those look like the headphones my daughter has. I don't know if those are real.
I'm gonna start from the
I don't know if those are real sound blockers.
you're gonna see because I'm gonna put these on super high.
Look, we tried it out because Mariah does cheat. Just saying.
Do I really?
You cheated in the last game.
Did I?
She did.
I don't think I cheated.
You did.
Cheated.
Okay, ready?
I love you more than anything, and I'm gonna tell you that you cheated. Okay. Anyway,
That's the one.
I'm going from the bottom. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, and this is fast too. I don't have a timer, but it's fast.
Okay.
Okay. Name something you give your mom on Mother's Day.
Jewelry.
Name something you would spend on lottery winnings.
A home.
Name something you would wear on your face.
Mascara.
Name something that you would eat at a festival or fair.
Funnel cake.
Last one. Name something you would do right before you go to bed.
Pray.
Okay. Let me tally up real quick. And this is fast money. Are we ready, ladies?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, are we ready, ladies? Oh, she can't hear.
She can't hear. She already.
It's gonna work. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Name something you give a mom on Mother's Day.
Flowers.
Name something you would spend on lottery winnings.
A house.
Nope.
Vacation.
Name something you wear on your face.
Makeup.
Nope.
What? Glasses.
Name a popular food at a festival or fair.
Cotton candy.
Name something in the bathroom?
Sink.
No, I'm just kidding. Name something you would do right before bed.
Brush your teeth.
Okay. Okay.
Now she beat that. I don't know what to tell you. All right, let's tally it up.
I think Mariah.
I won again.
I don't think so.
You're good. I lost.
I'm the big.
See, I told you. I told y'all. I was not cheating. I want that on record.
So
Jazmin has confirmed. I didn't cheat. I hope I won. Yes.
Oh no, you didn't.
Dang, Jazmin.
Wait a minute.
I know I gave one really wonky answer.
Let's see.
You did win, Mariah.
I did by how much?
A lot. Only because, and you said this yesterday, because the right before bed question, you were like, people don't pray anymore.
Is that what you
and
said?
she said pray.
People don't pray.
So you won with 158
Yes.
points. Who's gonna take her down? Somebody. Our next guest. I want somebody to take her down because, you know.
I'm sending some people.
I'm rooting for you.
Y'all better come.
I've got brothers.
Yes, send them on here.
All right, so let's dive back into it. And this is my favorite question. I want someone to ask me this question.
Okay, let me ask you.
No,
Okay.
This is about Jazmin.
Okay.
What's one part about being born to the game that would surprise people? Or you can break a stereotype or share something unexpected about the lifestyle.
Oh, I think it is when you actually meet the celebrity, the celebrity people around you. It's surprising to see who's nice and who's not nice.
Wow. I bet you have some stories about that.
I think I have some great stories. I can't share all of them.
You want to share one?
I mean, you can share some.
You don't have to drop names.
I won't drop names, but there was a player when I was young. I never believed in autographs. I just thought that they were the silliest things in the world. Like, why? And my brothers would clamor to get autographs from people. And there was a player that had come to Philly and he wasn't playing. And my little brother was like, I want to go over and ask him for an autograph. This is during a game. And so my mom, nudged me and was like, take your little brother over there. And we went over to him and it's like, hey, my brother wants an autograph. And he's like, you kids get away from me.
Oh.
And I was like, ugh. I don't like him. And so I went back and my mom was like pissed off and she's like, well, I'm saying something to your dad. And after the game, we went into, back into the undergrounds of the arena. And my mom like pushed my dad to make sure that he introduced us, and not so much so that we could meet him, but more so to make him look like an idiot.
Right.
And the guy was like, oh, you Ducks kids. And
that was going to be my question. Did he know who you were?
Yeah, his whole tune changed. And I think that goes back to me like seeing people was like, So I didn't like him for a really long time. Now I'm actually kind of cool with him.
Okay, good.
I didn't like him for years because I saw that switch. Like you should treat people the same whether they're affiliated or not.
Did that ever come up later?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Oh, yeah. We had a conversation about it.
Did he apologize?
Adults.
Did he apologize?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And he was like, yeah, I was new to the game, and I was like, yeah, but it was a lesson for me more than anything.
Yeah.
And you know what?
See
It could have been a lesson for him too in that moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To just, doesn't matter who you are, just be kind. Just be kind.
And hopefully he didn't brush off any more kids after you
Yes,
guys.
I hope not. I hope it taught him something well.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I do have an experience, not exact, but with players. I've always had, when Dad was working in New York, I worked for Madison Square Garden, the Garden of Dreams Foundation. Shout out to you guys. It was such an amazing experience. I worked with underprivileged kids and extremely sick kids, like sick. There was one time I was hosting a kid for Christmas, and I'll never forget. I was running around. I got him this gift basket. He was finally going to be able to leave the hospital to come to a Christmas game. Like, got everything ready for him, and he passed away. Like, it was extremely tough to work through those moments, knowing that I may see this kid on Monday and he may pass away, but like we were making their last wishes come true. Yeah. But I'm saying that to say some people may not realize that our players are amazing with our kids, but they're also very sensitive to that. So I've actually had a lot of players on the Knicks team. If I were to say to them, hey, can you make this kid's, last dream come true. Some of them get really, really nervous and sad that seeing them, that's going to be their last thing that they remember. And so, you see these big macho athletes, but a lot of them actually,
they're very vulnerable.
Experience, can be very vulnerable in times like that. So just to piggyback off. Oh, I know.
I remember when you worked that job, and it was you were so passionate about it. It was really cool.
I loved it, and I really enjoyed seeing our players interact with the kids.
Yeah.
But I do remember there are some players who are like, "Now, how sick is he? Like, is he really, really sick?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh." And they, sometimes
that would be hard. Like you meet somebody,
you
have
it's hard to go in day.
Yeah.
I love that you worked with kids too.
Oh, I love it.
That's my
He's
passion.
always
I love
loved
working
it.
with
Loved
kids.
it. I miss it. Shout out to Garnet James.
I love that.
So we talked about your early days. You had a pretty streamlined. You were there. I mean, that's really amazing. You went from pre-K to 12th grade. That doesn't happen a lot, especially in this family and community of born to the game family members that we have here.
Small community.
It is. And that's how we think of it, as a family. And so hearing everyone's stories, sometimes there's a lot of similarities, but then there's also differences, which is great. So that's the first time I've ever heard that you were there. I've ever heard. Have you heard another guest say they were there from pre-K to 12th grade?
It's not common.
It's not common at all. So so your early years were pretty, I don't want to say stable, but just,
a little stable.
Okay.
Considering.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
So Mama locked it down.
I love that.
She said, "Look, this is
I actually had perfect attendance when I graduated. When I graduated from 8th grade, like when transitioned from 8th to 9th grade, I had perfect attendance.
Yeah.
My mom was like, my mom and my dad, they're like, your job is school. So
I love that.
That's what you're going to do.
Yeah. My parents, they did a great job with that as well.
Yeah. Well, since you brought her up, I'm gonna take a second here. You brought her up, so let's talk about your mom for a second. Tell us about her. Tell us about her just growing up as well.
My mom she's from North Carolina, so she's that good old Southern down home girl that doesn't play. Okay. That doesn't play. So I love my mom. She actually lives back in North Carolina now. She's a wonderful woman. She gave us a lot of foundation and taught us about family. She was a stay-at-home mom, but her job was making us feel like we were family. And I think that's why we always took our family vacations, and why I always felt like dad was just dad. Because she made sure that there was no showboating on the inside. It was about doing your chores, and and yes, we had help, but we still had to get up and make our bed and wash our laundry and things like that, and clean the kitchen. And she held us down. So I think that when I was younger, I hated it.
As we all did.
I hated being the only girl, because I was like, why do they get to wear what they want to wear? And they get to do what they want to do. Yeah. But as I became an adult, I realized that she built such a foundation into all of us on how to be good people and how to be responsible adults.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with your mom. Yeah. So you have a great support system. So talk about the challenges and how important your support system was. Just the challenges of being born to the game. It can be early, or even, just moving along in life. Some of the bigger challenges you have to face and how you overcame the challenges.
Yeah. I think that the biggest challenge is other people's perceptions, and knowing that I have to, wanting to stay true to myself. I had a job in right out of college, or right in college. I was working at Ralph Lauren.
Oh,
and I was like, ooh, my little college job, because I wanted to be in fashion so bad. And I remember I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers, because they had signed us up for some crazy schedule with inventory and so forth. And it was a visiting manager was in town, because our manager was on a 2-week vacation. And so this guy, all he knew was that I was Dr. J's daughter, and he didn't know anything about me. He didn't know anything about my work ethic or what I stood for or anything. And he overheard this conversation, and he's like, not everybody's father is paying their bill. And it was like, he said something to me that was just so off cuff for not what I was talking about, or even knowing me. It was just an assumption that he had. And I went off on the turquoise in me
Good
came
for
out.
you.
Right? I was like, that North Carolina.
Right, North Kakalaki.
Came out. And I ended up having to curse him out.
Yeah.
As you should have.
Yeah.
And I pulled a full Jerry Maguire and walked out of the job.
We love it.
It's like, I don't need to be here. And I waited until he went back to corporate and our old manager came back in and told him what happened and he hired me right back. So I was like, yeah, there's some things I'm not dealing with. And I think that, we've been fortunate enough to be able to have the advantage to walk away sometimes. But it is about, seeing how people react to you. And for me, that was always hard when people made assumptions about who they thought I was or what they thought I stood for without really getting to know me.
And also like counting your money. Don't count my money. Don't count my money. Don't tell me what I cannot. Don't do that.
Right.
Like that's, yeah.
So
anyway.
do you think that there was this immense amount of pressure on you to fill these shoes or try to live up to other people's expectations or to work harder because you naturally think that, I don't want people to think that I'm only getting these jobs because of my father, so I need to work 10 times harder to prove myself. Did that ever happen to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean, I think it was, my dad he was very much a basketball icon, but he wasn't into a lot of other businesses.
Okay.
And so as I developed, my career and where I wanted to be, I always wanted to work with children.
Okay.
So you don't get a lot of advantages working with kids, just being Dr. J's daughter.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, I didn't have a lot of jobs that I came into because of affiliation. It was always because of the networking that I did.
Absolutely.
And kind of the drive. And a lot of them were not high paying jobs.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was about proving myself. But I think in a way, it was more like proving myself to my family.
Okay.
And proving myself to my peers that I didn't have to take this high profile celebrity kind of job, that I could work, with Boys and Girls Club, or, I could work with Salvation Army and still feel really fulfilled without having to have that high title, high paying position.
So that perfectly segues into our now and next segment. So, and you briefly touched on it, but where are you now? As far as your business, what are you passionate about? What is your calling in life? You talked about children. So where did that love for working with children come from? What are you working on now?
Well, now I am, I always have to pause before I say it. I'm a crystal miner.
So did y'all hear that? A crystal miner. Have you ever met a crystal miner? Have you?
But can we say this so that you can segue into it?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about the history you made.
Yes.
With your crystal mining.
Yes.
Are you not the first Black crystal miner?
Yes, we're the first Black crystal mine owners in the U.S.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
There've been a lot of Black crystal miners.
Okay. So let's repeat that. So you are.
So my business partner and I were the first Black women to own a domestic crystal mine.
Wow.
And so we own a mine in Georgia. We're part owners of a mine in Georgia, Amethyst Mine. Okay. And it came to be from doing a good deed. We picked up a stranded driver while we were up in Northern California. Northern California.
Yes. Wild.
And it was during the pandemic, and we were driving along and we saw him waving his arms. So we stopped to help him. And he had hit a deer, had been stranded out there for hours with no cell reception. And so we just knew it was the right thing to do was to, help him. We drove him to get a call AAA, waited for him for AAA, and then drove him back to the town, which was like a 7-hour ordeal.
Okay. Did you have
the Lord's work?
Okay. Because I was going to say, did you have any just fear? Because nowadays I am not picking up anyone.
There's no
sorry.
but that also is a testament to who you are.
Yeah.
You are so.
So was there a moment
I
that
grew up in Philly, so I keep a golf club in my car.
Okay, so you were prepared either way.
I was like, look, we can take him if we really need to. It was my best friend and I, our kids, and my god sister. So it was like, there's 5 of us.
Right.
One of him. Got you.
We can get him if we need to.
Yeah.
But I think he was more scared of us.
Yeah, probably.
I remember he was in the back of the car because we finally we were like, put a mask on because it's like height of the pandemic, and he was in the back of the car and he was rubbing his hands with Purell like this, and he looked terrified, like, I think I've been kidnapped by these Black women.
I mean, he's in no better place.
But let's be for real. He probably felt the exact opposite, being in a car filled with nurturing Black women.
You get fed lotion.
You're going to be well taken care of.
I think he was a little nervous, but then we were like, we're Black momming you.
Yeah.
Like, look, we've got snacks, we've got water. Like,
you're fine.
Look, we're going to take care of you. But yeah, we sat in the woods, and, it was kind of what are you doing in the middle of the woods? And trying to strike up conversation. And we mentioned something about crystals. And he said, I own crystal mines. And we looked at him like, who does that? And so he started showing us pictures and, long story short, we stayed in touch with him and he invited us to come to his mine as a thank you. And we went. It was about 4 months after meeting him. We met him and his team up in northern Nevada. We drove up this mountain to the top where there's like smoky quartz crystals everywhere. And my best friend and I looked at each other. It was like, I think we're miners now.
So at that moment,
yes,
you knew
it was like immediately. And so the next day we came down and, we're washing crystals in the sink and in the hotel room. And the idea for our company was born. And so we called him the next day and we're like, we're miners now.
Wow.
And he was like, but I kind of invited you as friends. And we're like, can't take it back.
Yeah,
we're miners now.
We're family forever.
So, and now we are like, we are part owners with him of the mine in Georgia. Amazing. And his whole team is like our whole team. And we go, several times a year and go mine as a family. When we're in Georgia, we actually all stay in a house together.
Oh, I love that.
So it's like we all cook our little mining meals together. And they didn't know that they were going to have two like young Black sisters. And it's like it's very much an old, most of our partners are over 65.
Oh, and I'm sure they love it.
Yeah. So they're like, the girls are here.
To the house.
The girls are here.
I love that.
And it's just beautiful. It's the most fun. And we get to do that, several times a year. And then we've turned it into a business where we now teach kids about mineralogy. So we teach about 1,000 kids a month.
Wow.
Through
and tie that and connect us with your passion for children.
The kids.
Yeah. It like brought me full circle.
Yeah.
Like brought me full, like absolutely full circle. When we started it, our concept is we leave the crystals dirty and allow you to wash them yourself. Mm-hmm. And so we started doing like little pop-ups and, and we have like a kit that we mail out. But during the pop-ups, we kept getting approached by teachers saying, my kids would love this. Mm-hmm. And so we, put a little plan together and started calling local schools. And a couple of them took us in, to test us out. And after we got the first few, they just started rolling in.
And this is all in Georgia?
I know this is in LA. I live in LA. So we do it all throughout LA. So 3 of the major school systems in LA we're in, and we work with after school programs like Boys and Girls Club and YMCA. And so we
just like you just
said.
Just
like everything that I wanted to do.
I've always wanted to wash crystals.
I've
never done it.
Well, I brought some crystals for you ladies
today.
Yes, you are.
I've never done it. You know what's crazy?
I'm excited.
So Jazmin, and we didn't talk about this yet, but you are an amazing golfer.
Yes.
We didn't talk about, so you didn't play basketball.
I did.
Oh, you did?
That's
right.
Yeah, I did.
You did play, but you didn't pursue basketball. That's what I meant to say. You didn't pursue basketball.
Spelman didn't have the best team.
Right.
I love Spelman.
Okay.
Shout out to Spelman.
You didn't pursue basketball, but you golf.
Yeah.
And you're an amazing golfer. And we've worked with Jazmin
Yes.
at our golf tournaments, and she's brought her crystals. And every time I'm always too busy to do it.
Working.
And so I'm working, I'm running around. And so I can't wait.
I'm excited to
watch
do
them today.
And then we're going to make you some cool jewelry out of the pieces that you guys wash. So.
Yes! Silent screams here! Yay! Okay, let's do this. We have beautiful crystals in front of us. This is my first time having the opportunity to clean and, make jewelry out of your beautiful crystals. So can you just walk us through, Jazmin, your company, how you got started, just the whole process of crystal mining and crystal cleaning and what we're going to be doing?
Well, we're called Because I Rock. Mm-hmm. And our tagline is a new way to crystal because we're doing something a little different. We want to give back to people the same experience that we got the first time that we went mining. Is like really falling in love with the natural stone. So what we do is we mine them, but we leave the dirt on them. So the crystals that you have in front of you are 10, 20, 50 million years old, and they are still covered in that original mud. And so when we go into schools, we talk to them about like the science behind it and the mineralogy. When we go into adult venues, we talk about the spiritual connection and the chakras that they're aligned to and the vibration that they give. But regardless of the form that we're in, it's all about the discovery of it. Because it's like you get to unearth this 10 million year old gem. So that's what we have for you today is some bowls with some crystals in it. I brought some amethyst from our mine in Georgia, and we brought some smoky quartz from northern Nevada, and some peridot from Arizona, and some citrine from northern California.
Okay, so walk us through back. So
that one is the amethyst.
Okay,
Those are from Georgia.
Okay.
And the next in the green is the peridot.
Which is my birthstone.
Oh, yay.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Can y'all see? I don't want to like drop it down, but I don't know if
They're rocks.
there it is.
It's all
Okay.
good because they're rocks. If they fall, it's okay. The citrine,
Okay.
Northern California.
these are from Northern Cal. Okay. Beautiful.
And the smoky quartz from Northern Nevada.
Wow. So it's like we're giving birth.
That's what we call it, unearthing. Or we
Unearthing.
say to people like you're giving it birth. We're like doulas, like a crystal
Wow.
doula.
Doulas are rocks.
Doulas are rocks.
I never knew
love
that
it.
was a thing until now. Amazing.
So the experience that you get is you have some stones already that you guys picked in your bowls, and I want you to put a little bit of water in each of your bowls. And you can do this at home because we sell kits online, and we also do them as like live demonstrations.
So where can people get this online? And how much water? So
Just you can just cover the rocks, just enough to cover your rocks.
Oh, to cover the rest completely. Okay, got
to
it.
cover them completely?
Okay, cool.
More. Okay.
And how can we get a kit?
And at becauseIrock.com.
okay.
And we also sell them on Amazon. So just look us up on Amazon.
So when we're picking our crystals,
Mhm.
how do you what
What's the
feeling
art
are we
behind
supposed to be feeling? What's the art behind picking
our
crystal?
Our motto is "This rock chose you,"
Okay.
because we feel like this life chose us.
Wow.
So I always say that they wink at you, like the ones that want to go home with you are looking at you right now. They're like, "Hey, this is the one. This is good." I know when you guys were selecting them while we were doing this, you looked over and said, "I want this one."
Yeah.
and that's the one that was calling you. So yeah, I think that the rocks kind of find their way to the right people, just like the life found its way to us.
I love that.
All right, so you've got your water in there, and I want you to pick up the little bottle that says "Shine."
Okay.
The other one that says "Shine,"
Oh.
and we're gonna put a little drop. I mean, it says "Clean." I'm sorry.
I got the clean one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
clean.
So we don't need shine.
Yeah, not "Shine" yet.
Okay,
Clean
I got
first,
clean.
Okay.
and we're gonna put a couple drops. And just want to get it nice and sudsy. You can squeeze it in there. You can put, there you go. And we're going to pick up our crystals with our left hand and our brush with our right hand, and just brush it like you're brushing your teeth.
Okay, cool.
Now, is there science behind the left and the right hand?
No,
or-
just most people are right-handed.
Okay,
If you're left-handed, then do it the other way.
So when you're going to different places, like you said, Nevada and California, is the soil different, do you find, or what is that like?
Yeah, each environment's completely different. So like our Georgia mine is actually under a lake.
Oh wow.
And they clean off pretty easy. So once you see the dirt come off, you can put it on your paper towel and pick up your next one. So the Georgia mine is under a lake. So we drain the water out of there twice a year and get down in the bedrock and mine in the dirt. Where like the Nevada one is at the top of a mountain.
Oh.
So you're in a real dry kind of dirt rather than the mud that we get to in Georgia.
And did you say there was a certain time of year that you do this?
Yes. We're a small mining operation, and it's quite expensive to mine every day because we use full equipment. So we only open the mines for about 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh wow.
Twice a year.
Okay.
And we do it in seasons that are more pleasant.
Which
per
are
se.
what are those?
So in
seasons?
Georgia, we go in the late spring.
Oh, yeah.
Because summertime is
So
awful, and then we
hot,
go
yeah.
like early fall.
Okay.
So we avoid the winter months and the summer months. And then same thing in Nevada, we do a little shift to season, but in the summer it's way too hot. And in the dead of winter, it's under 10 feet of snow.
Wow.
So we have to kind of go around that.
And you turn these into beautiful jewelry.
Yes. So
And you're wearing?
I'm wearing some now. With our jewelry, we partnered with a jewelry partner.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
About 3 years ago, we met her at an event, and she came over and said, "I want to buy some stones from you." We said, "You can't, but we can do a partnership."
Okay.
She actually used to do all the jewelry for The Bachelor. So she's been around a long time.
Okay.
And has a beautiful collection, but now she does an exclusive collection for us. She's become like our third sister. So what we do at events is we allow people to wash crystals, and then after they wash them, oh, that one came out beautifully. After they
Let me
wash
see.
them, we give you the opportunity to turn it into a custom piece. So it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get it back to you.
Oh, wow.
But it allows you to design something. So you really go from birthing it to creating something that you can wear all the time.
Can you show the camera your pieces that you have that you're wearing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm black momming my crystals, you guys. I'm like,
You're really getting it.
I'm like getting
It's
here
funny,
and making sure my baby is.
Some people take 2 seconds and some people can stay there for hours.
You know what? There's
cleaning my
something
baby.
therapeutic about this.
It really is.
Kind of sitting here.
Until you do it, you don't get it. But when you're doing it, you realize
understand.
it's very calming. And then you're the first human to see what these look like.
So like there's like different spots. So how do you know if it's like dirt or if it's gonna like stay part of the
So a lot of the like the smoky quartz there has some natural iron deposits in it.
Okay.
In the business, what we use is something called iron out. It's like an acid type substance that'll get all those iron deposits off.
Yeah.
That's something else that we do different is we only use natural soap. To clean our crystals. So we don't use any chemicals on them.
Okay.
So that way you're still keeping that kind of natural substance. Now we'll teach you how to do it at home if you want to take it at home and clean it.
Girl, I may need
tell
to
you
do
how to
this at
order that
home.
on
So
Amazon.
don't use Dawn
But
dish
most
soap?
people won't have a crystal that hasn't been cleaned with acid. So this is like as natural as it gets.
Has your dad done this? Have
Yeah.
you had him?
Yeah, I actually had him to come down to the mine in Georgia.
Really?
Yes, he came dressed very improperly.
I
He had
love
on like
that.
you have a
shiny
picture of
white
that?
sneakers. I do.
You're like, bro, they're gonna
I was
get
like,
dirty.
Dude, like I told you to wear something you can get dirty in. He's like, I am not getting in that mud. But he was
That's
fascinated.
hilarious. What about your daughter?
Our mines are 18 and up.
Oh, okay.
So she's
Okay.
17, so she's not there yet.
Okay.
But next year.
But next year.
And we like to go and stay in Tahoe when we go to the Nevada mine.
Okay.
And it's always around her birthday. So we always have to like go around her birthday and then mom takes the day off to go mining.
Yes.
And she stays with auntie and then auntie takes the day off to go mining and we
Take
still make a
turns.
Tahoe vacation out of it. So
I love that.
next year we're going to actually take her up with us.
So where do you see yourself with this in about 5 years, 5 to 10 years? What does future?
Oh, I see us taking it nationwide. You know, right now we're working on taking our classes that we're teaching and turning it into a tool that we can send to do remotely. So we figure we're like the dissecting frog kits that you buy for science, like buy the crystal kits for your mineralogy class. So we see ourselves doing that, and then we see ourselves franchising the business out.
Okay.
We have something really cool called the Crystal Caboose that we drive around LA in. And we dish crystals out of it. So we see building up a couple more of those and then taking those to other cities. So yeah, we just wrote a children's book. A little activity book right there. That's like all different crystal activities for the kids.
So cute.
So I really see like taking this, giving back with the kids with it. We have a little young miners club. So we're working on planning trips for some of the younger kids to go to our tailings fields.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not in the dangerous part. They're just in the part where they can kind of sift through stuff.
What makes it dangerous?
You're out there with heavy equipment. So we're fully regulated by OSHA.
Okay.
Steel-toed boots, full PPE. You've got to have your vest on, your helmet, and
Go girl.
to make
Girl.
sure that you're stepping in the right places. Oh, the citrine, yes.
Oh my! Oh,
Gorgeous.
This is the citrine?
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. So like, how do you know what to turn it into? So if you see a crystal like this, do you turn it into a ring, a necklace? Like, how does it?
So our jeweler is a visionary. So we just give her bags of crystals and let her play.
Just does her thing.
And then she makes a whole bunch of samples for us, like some of the ones that you can see here. And we have those on display at events where people will look at them and say, I want something that looks like that.
Yeah.
So it helps us because I'm like, we can help you once you give us an idea.
Yeah.
But she's the visionary behind how they lay. The thing that I love about what she does is she doesn't cut or polish anything.
Okay.
So she uses a technique called electroplating, which paints around the stone. So it really is the stone makes the style. So whether you want a ring or a necklace or so forth, you still have that natural stone showing through, but the stone itself, like these are similar styles,
Those are
but the stone itself does the style around it.
Beautiful.
It highlights the stone. Like nature did the work. So we're just trying to highlight
just
it.
polish.
I just like cleaning it. Like I just like sitting here.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
We can clean them for hours.
I was gonna say, like, this really helps. Like someone like myself, I'm very anxious. So calming.
It's a
it's
sitting
like,
here, like,
yeah, it is. We always say like you can't get high on your own supply, but
this is so.
we sit out there for like we'll have meetings and we're like we're just going to do a crystal washing.
yeah, I'm just
and just sit there and kind of go because it soothes you in a way that you wouldn't think that it would.
Yeah, no. So I can see how this is great for adults.
Yep.
but even definitely kids too.
Yeah,
Yep.
everybody can really.
It knows
enjoy
no
this.
age.
So once we're done cleaning, we shine
And then we're going to put a little bit of the shine on there.
on top of the crystal directly. So how much do we use?
You can just soak it on in there. And then we're going to use your paper towel.
So I can do it on the paper towel like this.
And then
Okay.
we'll use a second paper towel to just blot it off. There's one for you.
Oh, thanks.
Time to.
Pass that to
Line it
Mariah.
up. Fun.
If you could pass
Oh
that.
yes.
Listen, I'm all zenned out.
Well, you have to pick your favorites, and I'll make you guys some necklaces or rings, whichever you decide.
Oh my, Lexi's gonna be so jealous. She loves jewelry.
So I just drop it.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't have to
some
brush
drop
it,
on there,
right?
and then you can use the paper towel to rub it on in
just
there.
to rub it.
Okay.
This is so.
And you'll see the difference.
This is like a
the
baby.
shine is just like food grade mineral oil. Because again, since we have a lot of kids, we only want to use all natural stuff.
Absolutely.
Keep it safe for.
Then
safe
we
for the little
lotion. We
ones.
put the lotion on the
Oh,
baby.
Exactly.
to-
We say we don't want ashy crystals.
No,
We
no
sure
ashy
don't.
ashy
kids.
crystals around here.
This is
These are.
Yeah.
Let me see that one, T?
Gorgeous.
That one is pretty.
outstanding.
These are beautiful.
This one's gorgeous too.
There's a reason why I wasn't able to do this while I was working.
You needed
'Cause
to
I
have
would
time.
not be working.
Yep.
Be like, where's Mar?
She's
Where's
like,
Mariah?
she's washing her
Like,
crystals,
she's
guys.
still washing her
still
crystals.
washing crystals.
Leave her alone. Be like, not right now, guys. I'm in my Zen moment with my crystals. These are beautiful.
So you get a little bit of everything from your root chakra up to your crown chakra.
Okay.
Keep you balanced for the day.
I love this.
Yes. Well, Jazzy, that was amazing.
Yes.
Can't wait to see our jewelry
Yes.
from the
Yay.
crystals that we picked.
From-
Thank you. These are beautiful.
Because we rock.
Because we rock.
We rock.
And Instagram, let's shout it out real quick.
Same thing, because I rock, because_I_rock.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you. Yay. All right, so let's clean up quickly.
Yep.
And then we will do the last segment.
That was so much fun. I feel so much. I feel so good.
I do too.
Like,
My anxiety needed that.
Yes.
Yes.
Goal achieved.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
that.
you so much. So you've talked about your dad,
Mm-hmm.
and you've talked about your mom,
Mm-hmm.
and you're also a mom.
Yes, I am.
So let's just talk about Miss London for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to share?
If she were sitting right here,
Yes.
what would you say to her right now?
Oh, I would tell her that she is a gift. She's taught me to be a warrior mom. My daughter has special needs.
Mhm.
So she's has Down syndrome. And she taught me that doesn't define who you are, and is the strongest person that I know. So like I get teary just thinking about her because
It's okay, you need tissue.
she's a warrior. Like that one right there. And I look at, she's a queen. And
Beautiful.
I tell her that all the time, that she's unstoppable.
I've seen her on your Instagram, and I can
Yes.
tell that she runs the place
Yes.
and runs the
Yes.
house. I can tell that.
She gets that feistiness,
Yes.
that warrior mentality from her grandfather and her mother.
And she's funny.
And she's fashionable.
She is.
fashionable.
She's
Very
beautiful.
fashionable.
Yes, she's very fashionable.
Beautiful.
So if there was one sentence or one question or one sentence or something you could say to your dad, what would that be?
Thank you. And like, thank you for giving me the foundation and the strength to know who I am. Yeah. Girls need their dads.
They do.
And I think that when their dads believe in them,
Yeah.
it helps you to believe in yourself,
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you, Daddy.
Oh,
Three daddy's girls up here.
Oh God,
It's dangerous.
I'm sure my dad scratches his head all the time. Like, I wish I had a son.
No, I doubt that seriously.
The boys are hard, believe me.
I just feel like dads and daughters. I know, like I'm
Dang.
such a daddy's girl.
You're such a
but
daddy.
I'm sure there's times where my dad, when we were growing up, was like, I would probably have more money if I had sons. Like,
But it wouldn't be that
having a daughter. Like,
so
really,
exciting.
It's a different relationship.
It is.
a
totally
different
different
relationship.
It is.
Yeah.
It
But
is.
I love it. The way you talk about your dad and our families love each other. My
Yes.
dad loves your dad
Yes.
and vice versa.
I
So
love both of your parents.
yes, this is a family unit. And
Yes,
just
it
to see all of the kids, and it's so funny. Our dads and our moms, you know, when they had us, they were all around the same age.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so people don't realize that the connection and our connection started way before we were even conceived, you know, and just to see what the kids are doing now. And, you know, it's beautiful. We're all doing such amazing things.
It's a wonderful family.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a special club.
It is.
Yeah.
And I love seeing how the dads, even knowing and experiencing how busy they are, they still have made time to establish beautiful relationships with you know, their kids.
Yeah.
So I love to
Well
see
said.
that. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, it's very well.
Yeah. So our last question that we will ask you is, your dad left his mark in basketball, obviously. I mean, he is
Dr. J.
the Dr. J. How do you plan on legendizing your world?
Oh, I mean, I think that I've taken the first step, you know, being, like we said, the first Black woman to be a domestic
Making
mine owner.
history.
Yeah. So we're making history there. And it's like, I want to keep trailblazing, showing them that, you know, girls rock.
Yes.
Literally.
Look at you.
Yeah. Look at you.
Literally.
I love it. I love it. Well, Jazz, thank you so much for being here with
Yes, of
us. We had such a
course.
great time.
It was fun.
It was really
This was
fun. Again,
fun.
like
This was
I'm
awesome.
such on Zen. You know, I came in here with a little anxiety. I got my crystals washed,
There
and
you
I
go.
feel
I
just
feel like
renewed
you
and
take
ready
the
to
day.
go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You know, we're gonna eat good after this
Oh,
and
baby.
just
Baby.
enjoy the day. Thank you, Sirius XM Studios, Jeremiah, at the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas. We've had such a great
We
time.
had a time.
Oh my gosh, did we have a time? Thank you, Evan, and my team, Hector,
To all the guests.
all the guests, my parents who came by,
Friends and family.
in-laws, my husband, my baby,
Yeah.
Jazz, Zeke. It was fun.
Everybody we love.
Everyone here just for Summer League, NBA Summer League.
Yes.
Perfect time to have NBA kids on our
Reunion. It's like a
podcast.
reunion, you
It is.
guys.
It's like a
NBA
reunion.
Summer League. Yes.
This is
No,
wonderful.
there's literally no better time than
We'll
to do
have to make this
So,
a
yearly thing.
thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
So thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next time.
Next time, we love you. Mwah. Take care of each other.
Yay!